We're at the Peddler's Mall in Lexington, Kentucky. For those of you in the Kentucky area, there's the world famous Parquette's drive-in sign behind us. Restaurant's no longer there. But anyway, we ended up spending $50. We've got two 3,200 count boxes and two rows. So about 10,000 cards for $52. Okay guys, this was our biggest haul to date from a antique mall type facility. Everything's been processed. All 10,000 plus cards have been processed. We're going to break it down for you and just show you what kind of returns we're looking at. Again, 10,000 cards, $52 out the door, taxes, everything. So we've got less than a half a cent a card into this purchase. And here's the bottom line. And again, I'm preaching to the choir, and here's why. I saw this 6 months ago when I was in Kentucky. I was going through the antique mall, ended up buying several cards that they have in a section there in the beginning, in the front, out of a showcase, and I was walking through the rest of the facility and I saw these and I looked at them and I thought, I just don't want to do the work. Too much work. That was my thought. So I'm preaching to the choir when I say again, and you've heard me say this 1,000 times, you can guarantee your profits in the sports card market if you're willing to do the work and you don't need to flip the cards immediately and get all your money back so you can pay your electric bill or whatever. If you don't have to, if you have patience, if you can take some time, because some of these cards will sell next month, some will sell in 3 months, some will sell this year. There'll be some of these that will sell next year, but they will all sell over time. So you have to have patience. But again, we ended up with all the cards that we've shared with you, and this is how we processed for our particular business. We ended up with 217 cards that will go in our dollar box inventory for shows when we do shows. We ended up with 481 cards that are going to go in our quarter box inventory for, again, card shows. And then we ended up with 1,307 cards that are now today currently listed on eBay. I want to share with you how we determine whether cards go in for a show inventory or they go on eBay. Because if you're going to implement this method, this is a real important concept that will save you a lot of time and energy as you process these cards. Okay, we're back on our eBay, and I just want to share with you how we make this decision. So we'll just go and take a look at this Paul Neal from 96 Pinnacle. We had a lot of 96 Pinnacle baseball in this lot that we bought, and we ended up with about 14 Paul Neal. The way I look at this, if we had one Paul O'Neill, this card probably would have went in the quarter box. Okay, but we had 14. This card's going between $1 and $3 on eBay, so we can price it at 99 cents, 88 cents shipping and handling, make about $1 a card. You notice right here, we show that we have 3 available. And what we will always do, we will list 3, 4, maybe 5, even if we have 40 of a card. Then once the inventory gets down to we only have 1 left, then we'll go in and we'll up the quantity again. The reason we do this is because under our specific eBay plan, we can only have 10,000 cards listed. That's our goal, is to have 10,000 cards listed. But if we list 40 of the same card, that counts towards our 10,000. So that's why we do it that way. Now, if we go in and we'll just look real quick, to give you a better idea, because sometimes if we have 3 or 4 or 5 of a card, we will just list them in a lot. So if we go back to our site here on eBay, you can see we have 4,950 items listed currently. And let's just do a search for 96 Pinnacle. I should have put baseball in there. Maybe not. And you can see we have multiple of Paul O'Neill. So we've got 3 listed. Same with Oral Hershiser here. The same with Bobby Bonilla. And you can see all these Pinnacles that we have in here. And then in some cases, like with this Andy Pettis, we list 3, sell a lot of 3 at once. Same with this Paul Molitor. We're selling a lot of 5. We probably only had 5. If we had 15 or 20, we probably would have sold it individually. But we go in, we want to put our price per card at a lower price than what individual cards are selling. Same with Edgar Martinez here. We did multiples, and then we've got some singles. As you guys can see, all of these came from the Peddler Mall purchase. A lot of 96 Pinnacle in here. So we're selling most in lots or individuals with multiple cards available for each player. This was a good one right here. We considered sending this one for grading. It's Chipper Jones Starburst. Now we'll go back to the presentation, I'll just share with you some of the other type of cards that were in this lot to give you an idea. So just as a rule of thumb, again, if we have, more than 5, we'll sell them usually individually with the drop down box where people can order, 1 to 5 of the same card. Sometimes we'll do lots of 3 or 4. Anything that we have one of, if it prices out between $1 and $5, it'll go in the dollar box. Anything between a quarter and $1 goes in the quarter box. Anything that we find over $5, we'll list individually. If we find something that's worth grading, we will send it for grading. We did not in this particular lot, but we did end up with 1,307 cards listed on eBay. And as we go through this, you'll see some of the types of inventory that we pulled from this collection that we purchased at Peddler's Mall. So we've got the 93 Score Select, nice looking cards, some 80, 98, 99 Tops basketball, a lot of those that we have listed now on eBay. All of these are listed. Also some 97, 98 Bowman basketball, some 94 Bowman baseball, and then also some 1999 Skybox, the molten metal cards, football. So we had a good selection, mostly baseball, but some football, some basketball here. And then I really like these cards. These are the 92 Donruss Triple Play, and I like the specialty cards that they have. And it just shows you Sandy Alomar playing ball with his son at the park. Of course, the iconic Philly fanatic, and here's some guys on the Mets boot goofing off at the ballpark, and so on and so forth. That's kind of the variety of cards that we've got. And when we break this down from a financial perspective, if you're willing to do the work and you're patient, you don't have to have all your money back, next month. This is a guaranteed way to create profits in sports cards. This is how it's going to end up for us when it's all said and done. And it won't all be said and done in this specific time. It's not like buying a $300 card this week, turning around, taking it to the show and selling it for $330 and making 10% next week. That's not what this is. That's totally different. When it's all said and done, from eBay, we're looking at $1,189.37 profit. Our dollar box inventory, $217 profit. Our quarter box inventory, $125.25 profit. The gross profit is $1,526.62 minus our cost of goods, $52, which leaves us $1,474.62 when it's all said and done. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 2,835% ROI, over 2,800% ROI. And I don't care what you're doing. If you're making that kind of return on your investment, in my mind, do it. And again, most people aren't going to do it this way. Most people aren't going to do most of the things that we teach because not that many people are talking about it, and not that many people are looking at this market through this perspective. My opinion, 2,800% ROI is 2,800% ROI. And people say, well, Dale, I don't see how you have time to do that. I'm watching the Reds game. I'm going to watch the Reds game anyway, and I'm multitasking. I'm sorting and doing everything that I do while I'm watching a daggone ball game. It's the same time. I'm multitasking. So I know that you can make guaranteed profits in sports cards. We talk about this a lot on our website at CMG Sports Card Investments. This is all we talk about on this channel. The focus right now at this moment in time in this channel is trying to share with entrepreneur-minded people. If you're teachable, can follow systems, and you're willing to do the work, that you can guarantee yourself nice profits in the sports card market. Now, this is just one of about a dozen different methods that we teach. If you want to learn more, our course is not open to the general public at the present time. We're still putting everything together, and it's definitely in a beta situation right now with a few members. But you can go to cmgsportscardinvestments.com/membership and learn more about that if you want. You can subscribe to this channel. I've got a video coming soon where we really break down how you can make a full-time income, or at least up to $5,000 a month, selling low-cost sports cards. That's coming. We're working on that right now. We have several others that we filmed in the last month or so that we just haven't had the time to put together yet that are coming for you. But it's my belief that if you really want to be successful in any niche, look at what the masses are doing and do the opposite. And the masses are buying a $300 card this week, hoping to sell it for $330 next week. And there's nothing wrong with that. We do that too. But I've talked to so many people, and they put They bought 5 or 6 cards for several $100s each, and then the bottom drops out of 1 or 2 of the cards, and they're in a bad situation. And my whole focus on this channel is trying to communicate to you and anybody that sees the videos that we do that you can, yes, buying, grading, and flipping sports cards is the best way to do it. But we want you to buy those cards with your profits, not with your car payment money. With your profits. And the easiest way to make profits and the automatic guaranteed way to make profits is the only thing that we share with you on this channel. And without question, one of the best ways is to find cards at antique malls and go through the process and flip them. And you can see the type of returns are available to you. Hope you enjoyed this content. Have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. If you like this information, subscribe and definitely check out our website. Again, my name is Dale Calvert, CMGSportsCardInvestments.com, and we appreciate your attention. We hope you got value. Talk to you soon.